So I'm going to show you how I do my little smaller product shots literally in my room in a little window seat. Got my light from outside, and I've made this little board. It's just a canvas, and I made it to look like stone. You can kind of see that with spackle, like the things that you just fill in wall holes. I made a lot of texture, and then I painted it actually in the same color as this wall right here. So they're sort of cohesive. So when I have something small, I usually shoot a little vignette first. I'm going to show you how I do that. So I have a basket. I usually have some sort of container that I like to have something in. And then for this shot, I'm going to add some white. My style is very bright and white. And you're kind of low in this shot. I'll show you the real shot when I get there. And it's vintage, so the lace fits for me. I have a book. I love vintage books. I got this one from the DI here in Utah, Desert Industries. Really beautiful worn book in that same kind of color tone. And then I'm just going to stack the apples kind of randomly and see what I get, what I like. Kind of like them in odd numbers. I'm going to raise it up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. So that's my first vignette, and I'll show you the shot I get. I'm going to add something. I usually like have something kind of off the side or in the corner, kind of hanging out at the very edge. So I found this bolt of string also in the thrift store, and I use it in general for string, but I also use it as a prop. So the light's really nice. I just use natural light. You can see my little apples. And then I will take the shot and show you what that looks like. So now that I've got my shot set up and taken, I did a wide vertical shot for stories on Instagram and Facebook, and then I did a square for posts and a 3x4 shot for my product photos from my website, which is what they are on there ratio wise. What I'd like to do now is take this apart, and I will take everything out but one apple and do a very simple product shot. So it's very clean, you know exactly what you're getting. And I'll probably do all three as a set, which is kind of cute in its own way for a post. I like a very clean look, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so we're on to my next piece. This is a really cute, just a tin water pitcher that I stenciled, or sorry, stamped. No, I did stencil it, yeah, with chalk paint. And it's very lightweight, but it has a really pretty vintage feel. So what I want to do with this is I want to show how you could use it as a decoration, not just utilitarian. So I'm thinking of putting in some flowers. I have these really pretty peach ones that I think I'm going to try. They're too long, and so instead of cutting them, I'm just going to be lazy and fold it back, and then Alright, so my next piece, it looks like a vintage perfume bottle or alcohol, I can't tell. Has a little stopper that I painted and then white waxed and washed it, or wet distressed it. The bottle, I didn't do anything to it. You can see that it actually has some of the staining of whatever had been in here, but I kind of like that. It's glass, and you know, there's parts missing on the stopper, but I love kind of those things with a story. So I already set this one up. This is a jar that I painted that was glass. It had a really pretty natural lid. I wanted to show this to kind of give the example of foreground versus background. Okay, so I set up another one, and I just wanted to show you, again, I separated it from the background. And when I'm choosing props, I choose things within a certain color, story, or feel, or both. So this bottle that I painted with these cute kind of pretty details, I thought. And then number 4, it's a very cream and black color scheme. So I have these books that I've bought and used before. A little vintage camera, because I'm a photographer, so I love vintage cameras. So I'm going to take this shot and show you what happens with this one. So when you're doing something like this little guy, this little plate that I did a stamp on, an IOD stamp, I like to do what's called a flat lay. So basically it's a bird's eye view. So you can see, because it's so thin, and I'll do probably a vertical shot too. But what I'd like to do is more of a bird's eye shot for you.
Started for various things on Facebook, put it in there. Post on Instagram, you know, a picture behind the scenes with your camera and the project, and post a cute picture, edit it all up nicely, and then in the caption put, I started a YouTube